What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Golden Boot Podcast. It's the nightmare before signing day. Ooh. Yeah, we went there. We went there. The nightmare before signing day. 'Twas the nightmare before signing day. I mean, yeah, it's been a nightmare today, has it not? We got a lot of recruiting to talk about. We got a lot of transfer portal to talk about. Welcome into the Golden Boot Podcast. My name is George Hancock, joined tonight by Cody Slavinsky, a.k.a. Brian Kelly's Towel Boy, soon to be Jay Johnson. We got Vandy Chris in the house, Mr. Propellerhead in the flesh. He's back from his staycation at his Christmas party for his company or whatever, what have you. He was playing hooky. That's okay. We love him. We're glad he's back. Gentlemen, I am excited tonight. Very, very excited. It's Christmas time. It is Christmas. Like, we're there. Oh, we are there. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like,
yes.
I mean,
just yes.
Yes, I agree. Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Absolutely. I agree entirely. It is Christmas time, and I just, man. So I got to ask you both, because I know you had a nice little Christmas party or what have you. What have you been doing this whole time, Cody?
I mean, we've been trying to make it special for the kids.
Special for the kids.
Yeah. So what we're doing is kids daycare. They did pictures with Santa there. Then at the summit, which I know George probably is familiar with the summit, Chris maybe too, but it's kind of in the ritzy part of town. They had a meeting with Santa or whatever, so we went and did that the other night. Went and looked at Christmas lights, give the kids some treats and all that good stuff. So we've been having a good time, and just been doing whatever we can to make it more Christmassy. And if you have kids, I highly recommend to watch the Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas. Kids will love it, I promise.
Is it great? Yeah.
It's
not bad. Chris, what about you? Besides your Christmas party, what are you and Marla doing to get ready for Christmas? Or have you already done?
Well, I did family Christmas on Saturday, the day after the company Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see all 5 kids together, 3 of the 5 grandkids. Had a great time. Me and my 2 sisters with my mom.
You just got called out, Cody. A.K.A. Cody watched it alone.
I did.
It's probably the second time that me and my 2 sisters have been together with my mother at the same time. Yeah. You know, it doesn't happen often.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been having a good time.
Been having a good time. That's good. That's great.
Preparing to go to Florida.
I was about to say, you guys are going to Florida for Christmas.
Yes.
I'm jealous. I'm in Missouri, so it's getting really cold. It's supposed to be in the 20s, I think, like in the next couple nights.
If you don't send me some snow soon, Mr. George, I'm fixing to come to Missouri and take it out of your hide.
It's gonna be 60 degrees here on Christmas.
Snow?
I want snow.
You want snow?
I want snow. And I don't want none of this little 2 inches tonight and gone tomorrow stuff. I want 18, 20 inches of snow.
I mean, you know.
I want a snow.
A snow. Okay. All right. Well, I tell you what. When we get a snow, I will huff and puff and blow it towards your direction. Okay? How about that?
Okay. You bet.
What's up, TJ? Can't wait for all the Christmas stuff this coming weekend.
You don't want me coming to Missouri.
Well, yeah, I don't want you coming to Missouri. I can't wait for all the Christmas stuff this coming weekend, but I'm nowhere near done shopping. Okay, well, there you go. He also says we're getting snow here in Pittsburgh. I love snow. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
I say living up there, you better love it.
Yeah. Andrew says Villains loves the boot. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We love the villains too. I mean, we're all partners in this thing.
We love
We love 10-yard outs. We love villains.
So,
we love.
Speaking of 10 yards out, I gotta give a compliment to them, by the way.
Yeah.
Their logo on YouTube, it pops really well.
It does.
It looks really good. Does. I like it.
It does. It looks so good. That's such a
very
great logo.
I like
Did
it.
you have anything to do with that?
I did
Yeah,
not. I did not make that logo.
I thought he was tooting his own horn for a minute.
No,
I was like, okay.
no, not at all. No, I just really like how it looks.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate everybody joining in tonight. Man, we got a lot of people in. I'm glad. And I'm glad I'm seeing comments. Thank God. Yeah. Bobby says he loves the snow. Appreciate that, Bobby. Snow is great. Oh, snow, not show. Snow. Yeah, snow is good. Just some housekeeping tips, whatever you want to call it. That's interesting. StreamYard's trying to act up tonight. Okay. This banner down here at the bottom will give you instructions. Please, please, please help us out. If you enjoy the show, if you enjoy what we got going on, it helps us all the time to like, follow, share this broadcast. Send it to somebody that loves any kind of sports. We're getting to that type of year. Hello, let me talk. We're getting to that time of year where college football is about to stop, right? Mm-hmm. Boo. I mean, we're getting close. NFL's ramping up, basketball's ramping up, baseball's soon to be coming.
NFL's just about done too.
Well, I know.
But but the NFL has 30 teams currently eligible to potentially make the playoffs.
Still in the playoff race. That's right. So it is ramping up, in my opinion. Bobby says he loves the show as always. Appreciate it, man. We're ramping up to start talking all sports, and we got a little bit of content for you. But as always, it helps us out a lot when you guys share, like the Facebook page. We are getting so close to our goal of 500. We're really close to 300 right now. We've gained, I don't even know how many followers in the last week.
We gained about 30, roughly.
About 30. It's really good. We don't pay people. We don't pay nobody to try and get us followers. This is all real people. So I appreciate the love.
Word of mouth and people sharing the show.
Right. And we are live right now on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter, now X. And you can find us on TikTok as well, Golden Media Sports. And you got any questions, email us, goldenbootpodcast@gmail.com. We appreciate it very much.
I'm sure people are wondering if we're going to talk any basketball or baseball or stuff like that. Just to give an idea, we will talk about basketball. There was some breaking news in college basketball today.
Right.
Former North Carolina star player Eric Montross. Remember him from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
He passed away today. Cancer got him. Cancer sucks, by the way.
Yeah,
it does.
But
because he had it back in March, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he get it back in? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the big story in college basketball today.
Yeah, that's terrible. Well, and I mean, it's a. I hate to hear that when stuff like that happens, but is it a better place? And sports will continue to go, and that's how his memory will live on. So
my favorite memory of him playing, it was number 1 Duke against number 2 North Carolina.
Oh yeah,
I believe it was Cherokee Park.
Yeah,
come down with an elbow and caught him right on the bridge of the nose and busted him open.
Oh man!
So he's sitting in the locker room, and they're putting stitches in the bridge of his nose, and he's sitting there staring at the TV because they had ESPN set up in the locker room. He's sitting there staring at the TV, watching the game as they're stitching him up. Dude was hard.
Wow. Hey, before we get started tonight, I want you guys thinking about something, and just throw it in the comments. I'll save them for later. We're not going to talk about it right now, but I want you guys to think about this. I'm going to show these a couple of graphics here. What is your favorite team asking Santa for Christmas? It could be a quarterback. It could be a running back. It could be a whole offensive line. It could be a new coach, a new coordinator, whatever it is that you think your team needs. We want to know what it is. So be thinking of that. Put it in the comments. We'll save it. We'll discuss it a little bit later. And then I have another question for you. We're going to talk about this as well. What is your favorite Christmas movie, or what's the best Christmas movie of all time? I know what mine is. I bet y'all can probably guess because I'm a redneck, and rednecks love this movie. And so we'll share that a little bit later. But just drop them in the comments. We'll pull them out. We'll save them. One of us will save them. One of us three will save them. Put a little star next to them. We'll look at them a little bit later. So just be thinking about that as we move on here. But let's get into our very first segment tonight. Let's get into our icebreakers. If you've been on the show before, if you've seen what we do, we scour the internet all week long, so you don't have to. That's right.
Exactly.
So we can bring the best of the best, and that way you don't have to do as much scrolling, right? You don't have to do as much scrolling. We got you covered. Let's get into it.
So,
All right,
George,
go for it. Yeah,
I have to ask you something, buddy. This will be
What do
my
you
icebreaker.
Okay, what?
What the heck is up with your Packers, man?
Ah.
Dude, they're killing me.
I know. Trust me. It's God. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they
Although
cost me $1,100, so thank you.
$1,100.
They were in my parlay. They were the only team that didn't win in my parlay.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll show you. Listen, I'll show you what happened. You ready? And Chris isn't going to agree with this, but I'll show you what happened. Anybody who watched that game Sunday, anybody that watched that game against Tampa, this guy is your issue right here. Because here's the problem. Here is the problem. And Alex, I hope you jump in and back me up on this, or AJ or whoever. Why do we give instructions to cornerbacks and safeties or whoever's up on whatever that are covering to give them 20 yards of cushion? That happened all game, and it made Baker Mayfield look like Tom Brady, and it made me want to puke.
It looked like a Hall of Famer for sure.
It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, but to be fair, Baker did play a really good game. I will have to give him his props.
Yes.
I hope he would with 20 yards of cushion.
I mean, that's true.
But
I hope he would.
But that's a whole thing. You have to consider who you're playing, and you're playing a quarterback that traditionally has not been very good in the NFL.
No.
So basically, you game plan for that, and that's what you do.
It was awful. We're
going to back off
terrible.
in the passing game and make you beat us with the run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was just blah. It was terrible.
And sometimes it's about matchups.
Yeah, and they've lost 2 in a row. And they're on the bubble on the playoffs. They have to keep get a win
here's
this weekend.
my thing. 2 weeks ago, you were celebrating them because they won 4 games in a row, and now you want to fire because they lost.
I wasn't celebrating him. Oh no, sir. You will never hear the words out of my mouth saying Joe Barry is the reason that the Packers are in the position they are. No.
Joe Barry is the reason the Packers sucked it up and are now in their position.
I don't buy that. That you can win 4 games in a row, and because you lose 2, you start firing people. That's no.
Baker Mayfield had the highest quarterback rating in Lambeau Field ever. Ever. Tom Brady, any other quarterback had the highest QBR. Baker freaking Mayfield. Okay. And it's because of his game plan. It all falls on his shoulders.
You don't think your head coach had anything to do with the game plan?
No, because our head coach is responsible for keeping him because the man keeps saying he's best friends with him. I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, whatever. We can argue till the cows come home, but when you give instructions to your cornerbacks to give 20 yards of cushion, and play prevent defense in the NFL in the second quarter, in the middle of the second quarter, something is wrong. Something is very wrong. So, to answer your question, Cody, that's where I think the problem is. Because Jordan Love had a game. Jordan Love had numbers. We couldn't run the freaking ball. But then again, neither could they. We stopped the run. I don't know where the pass defense was. That's right. They were 25 yards off the ball.
You know who else couldn't run the ball yesterday?
Who?
The Tennessee Titans.
Good Lord, they could not.
They could not. I know. That was weird. That was just weird.
And let me be clear. Derrick Henry, he's 780 yards away from 10,000.
Yeah.
His contract is up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't foresee him being a Tennessee Titan beyond this season. He may surprise us and take a little bit of money to do it. He's in his 8th year. You can visibly see that he's on the decline.
Yeah.
He got stood up hard yesterday, and DBs are no longer afraid of him.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
But I'll say this. I expect the Tennessee Titans to be the most improved team in the NFL next year.
Do you
They
really?
have over $100 million in cap space this year.
Wow.
And
About time.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of cap space.
And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I like Spears. I think he's a great running back.
Yeah, I think so too.
Start with the movement and let her roll.
Well, speaking of the NFL, I have a few videos to show here. Because there was some interesting games. I'm gonna flip us over here. Check this out.
Comes back past that line if Tyreek Hill was out there.
3rd and 3, stepping away from pressure only for so long as Tua gets jacked by Quinnen Williams.
They made him hitch. I said the key to the game is to make.
A few moments later.
By Morstead, Dolphins begin at their own 40. Going deep, right there! What a perfect pass and play, and the touchdown to Jalen Waddle. 60 yards and a touchdown.
Can I tell you why that's funny?
It is. Why is that funny?
Because obviously Quinnen Williams is a teammate of both those guys.
Yes.
And the biggest kicker is, tell me that touchdown pass did not remind you of when Tua was a freshman and threw that in the national championship.
Yep.
Identical.
It did.
If it would have been Devontae Smith, that would have been just poetic justice.
But it's fitting. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Guys and gals, whoever in sports, stop mocking your opponents. It bites you in the tail every single time. Because then we get videos like this where it makes you look like an idiot because you make a big play and then you mock them or you take their touchdown celebration. Aaron Rodgers is a great example because every time Aaron Rodgers gets sacked, some idiot would decide to do his discount double check, the belt thing he does, and the very next play, he'd make him pay for it. Stop. You got to stop. Quit mocking the only time that ever worked. I mean, it works a few times, but is I guess this right here or whatever. This thing, whatever. That's
my favorite thing to see though. I love that taunt.
But then you know what's hilarious is after all that hype, Angel Reese ain't looking real good.
Except for when I mean they got the natty. That's all that mattered.
They got the natty, but man.
She's looking fine now. I mean, they seem to have gotten it together now. Only got one loss. They're 11-1.
I guess. Yeah, that's true. But
they haven't played anybody.
They hadn't played anybody. I think literally, I think Kim Mulkey decided, hey, we won this national championship. I'm gonna pick absolutely nobody to play and make us look just stellar before SEC play.
Yeah, I've got to go on TikTok real quick and try to find a video and see if I can download it. But it might
Okay.
be the funniest video highlight I've ever seen, and I should be able to have it by the time.
Just
we're done with
just make sure
Icebreaker.
there ain't no music on it or take
Is
the
that
music
the one?
off or something.
Is that the one where Miss Kim got a toss on her rumpus yesterday?
No. This has nothing to do with LSU, but for some reason, when I hear basketball, it made me think about it. And
Oh, okay.
perfect. It's the North Dakota State basketball game.
Well, I'm
my
gonna
God.
go to the comments
I
here.
got some stuff about that game.
That is the
What?
funniest thing I've ever seen. I could start for that school that played them, and I'm terrible at basketball.
And I know what you're talking about now. It was like 108-14.
While you're looking that up, let me read off some numbers about that game. I got to pull them up here real quick.
Yeah, go for it, please. Yeah, and if you don't know what he's talking about, it's North Dakota State versus Oak Valley, I think it was.
Oak Valley, something like that. Yeah.
Oak Hill.
Oak Hill.
Oak Hills, yeah.
Yeah. It is about the worst. I'm sorry. If you know anybody on this basketball team, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. That's probably the worst basketball team I've ever seen in my life. Me and Chris and Cody could get out there and score more than 14 points.
It was terrible.
It was abysmal. Did they even practice? Did they just show up out of nowhere and
I don't
just
know, but those numbers, when I read these numbers off to you, you will absolutely have a fit.
Well, read them up. Let's hear it.
Everybody's
sitting here waiting on anticipation.
I'm scrolling.
While you're doing that, I'll go to the comments. I'll go to the comments while you're doing that. Man, there's a bunch of people in here. Y'all have been leaving a bunch of comments. Let's see. I've got all the ones that are starred. Come back to those. Yeah, Bobby. Thank you for joining us. First time seeing you in here. Awesome, man. Love the show as always. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. I got Collins. There we go. That's there's the beautiful radio faces. There we go, Colin. Absolutely. 100% in the flesh. Brad says evening, guys. Absolutely. Wow, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's in the house tonight. Appreciate you jumping in. Let's see. Whiskey is the best icebreaker. Yeah. I can absolutely agree with you there. Ole Miss in the portal though. Yes. We'll bring that up soon as well. They are killing it in the portal right now. I'm sorry. I like NFL mic'd up. Got to mock your opponents, Tim says. Hey, what's up, Tim? Appreciate you coming in. Baker, get your weight, little boy. After stiff arming. Yeah, I remember that. Roll Tide, Matt Hicks says. Good thing they're believers. They just need Jesus after that. Matt says LS loser. I'm sure he knows Cody. That's probably what that is. Well, we appreciate y'all jumping in here. That's great. I'm excited. Go ahead, Chris. You got the numbers?
I'm still trying to find them. I can't remember what chat I put them in. It
Whatever.
was bad though. So I can look it up. I know what the school was.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, check this out, everybody. This is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen because Billy Napier just keeps getting owned over and over and over. JUCO target in transfer portal whose only offer is from Florida cancels Florida offer and decides to retire from the sport entirely instead. It may not have anything to do with Billy Napier, but oh my goodness, that's so.
Okay,
that's definitely a Napier thing.
So on the Oak Hills, let's see, it's Oak Hills Christian College. Their record currently is 2-9.
All right, 10 bet. We'll do that.
In their 11 games, they have given up 100 or more in 6 of them.
Oh my gosh.
They have losses by 92, by 47, by 91, 98.
98? They lost by 98?
Well, actually, it's 92, 131-39.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can't hear you, George.
Okay. You may have
Another
to
one,
leave and come back.
I'm gonna hop out and hop in.
112-31, 113-50,
Oh my gosh.
100-28, 131-39, and their 2 wins. They beat Sisseton.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Waketon
perfect.
College 75-74,
Oh my goodness.
and then a week later beat the same school 90-88.
I'm
I want to
surprised.
know what this other school's record and what they're doing. Because guys, did you find that video, Cody?
I did. It's up. I'm ready when y'all are.
Oh yeah, show it. Let's show
North
it.
Dakota State
Absolutely.
beat Oak Hills 108-14, and the highlights have finally dropped, and they are just absolutely unbelievable. And I know the term unbelievable gets tossed around a lot these days, but this was just unbelievable. I mean, both of these teams are playing the same sport at the same level. They're both playing college basketball, and they do not look even remotely close to being in the same stratosphere. Like, Oak Hills was playing some 19 dickety-doo style ball. People sometimes will be like, Bob Cousy's a top 5 point guard of all time, and the rebuttal to that is like Steph Curry would drop 100 points a game on average playing in Bob Cousy's era. And watching Oak Hills play basketball makes me be like, you know what? I don't think they're wrong. Like, we're going to have to get a documentary on this Oak Hills basketball team because, like, what is the shooting form? What is the shooting form? 108-14.
Whew.
108-14 in 40 minutes of basketball. Golly.
Did you see that last shot? Please tell me you saw that last shot. It literally went so far right, it hit the back of the crossbar on the back of the goal out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I did that, I was
How
like 7.
do you do that?
I was like 7 years old when I did that. And I've never been good at basketball, but I could even shoot better than that.
Please, y'all put in the comments if you think that we could absolutely score more than 14 points in this ball game. Wow.
Watch me go out there and just get manhandled. Who am I kidding?
Oh, I know. But, I mean, 3 fat, old 30-year-olds, or, well, Chris, you're 40-something. Or 50. You're, what, 50-something? 50 what? 55.
Chris will turn 67 in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Do y'all think that we could score more than 14 points? Could you score more than 14 points? Bobby says, yes, y'all could. I think so. I'd like to think I could at least hit the rim. Oh, my goodness. That was just, my gosh. I'd at least get 10 myself, and I haven't hooped in years. I haven't either. But my goodness. I saw that video, and I'm glad you found one because the one I found had all kinds of crazy music with nobody talking.
Yeah.
But oh man, that was
so when I was like 9
abysmal.
years old, I played church league basketball because I was not good at basketball, and we
no,
had like
I wasn't
we had
either.
a-
I was a
yeah. We had like this thing we did in church called RAs, is Rural Ambassadors. Is we do it on Wednesday nights. It was all boys. Then the girls had what they called GAs, and it was all the girls in that.
Oh
and
yeah.
Well, we did the RA basketball league, so we'd play against local churches and stuff. And some of the local churches had legit talent; they were really good.
Right.
And our team was never like terrible, but we were.
Right.
I mean, but we were just a bunch of kids that we like sports, so we played basketball.
Yeah.
And one of these games we played, ball was passed to me. in the line right before half court. I didn't know where I was standing. I got it. I just turned and I heaved it up and shot it literally like that. And I made it. Only time I ever made
Oh,
a 3 in a game, and I was like, "Whoa!"
no
But
way.
like, my best stats were like 5 points on 6 rebounds
Oh, yeah.
and probably like 27 turnovers.
Mine, yeah. I probably had 40 turnovers. I couldn't dribble to save my life, and I definitely could not jump. The whole deal about white man can't jump, I couldn't jump. I could jump, and I'd be like this far off the ground. Like there
Actually,
was no.
my best basketball accomplishment was in middle school. I tried out for the basketball team, and I made it to the second round of tryouts, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Second round of tryouts.
I was like, "Let's go!"
Oh my goodness. Let's get into this. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Old Dominion fans watching their team blow a 28-0 lead in the first and last famous Toastery Bowl. It was 28-0, and they got beat 38-35. Now, I can't say much because I remember when Arkansas played Virginia Tech in a bowl game, and we went up 28-0, and then lost 35-28.
Yep.
So I remember.
Happens.
So
Yeah,
you were asking about the team that Oak Hills Christian had beaten.
Yeah,
Believe it or not,
they blew it. They did. Absolutely.
Cannot find a record for that team anywhere, even on their own website. It doesn't have their record.
Yikes. That's not a good sign for them.
You know you're pretty bad.
My hoops claim to fame. I hit the game-winning finger roll with 1 second left in a community college intramural game. Hey,
Barely found the best basketball player amongst us.
at least you hit the winning finger roll. I mean, mine was probably an air ball at the buzzer or something. Like kicker missed a 47-yarder and had 2 blocked. Ooh. Yeah. Yikes.
I'm proud to say that we picked Western Kentucky to win that. We never doubted them one time in that game.
Not one
we
time.
knew that was going to happen.
Nope. Absolutely. Me and Cody said, nah.
And then they
gonna run away with this.
The Celebration Bowl. My goodness. Howard, man. They almost pulled it out. I couldn't believe it.
That was nuts. That was crazy. Let's get this one here. I got to show this. Did you guys see the game where it was 2 games ago? Packers just played Tampa. Did you see the Giants game? The Giants are awful this year, but they had this quarterback named Tommy DeVito.
Yes,
and he's very Italian, and he has a very Italian manager.
Dude, that's an understatement.
Well. This dude showed up to his next game. That is Tommy DeVito's agent.
Well, you know why he's wearing that?
He looks like Notre Dame.
But show what his agent did in that last week's game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. It was a pinstripe outfit.
But you know why he's wearing that, right?
No,
but it's not.
He got put in some kind of like Italian Business Owners Hall of Fame, and that was the jacket he got.
Oh, the pinstripe jacket or this one?
Yeah, it's some kind of like award that he got was that jacket. That's why he's wearing that. Okay. I gotta say, man, with the Jays, dude, looking kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't pull that.
I know. It's for me though. Look, they even put Jays on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish mask.
Didn't even notice that.
So the thing is, last week's game when he threw the touchdown pass, his agent turned around and kissed his dad. I'm like, dude.
I mean, to be fair, kissing is very Italian.
Yes.
Hey, Tommy DeVito. Golly, that guy just wow.
I mean, to be honest though, DeVito, he's a road warrior, man. He was beast at Syracuse, went to Illinois, he's a beast there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
about time he gets his due in the NFL.
Yeah.
How long it lasts, nobody knows, but
nobody knows.
Shout out to the man.
It's just funny to me. This guy came out of nowhere, and then he has this guy as his agent. And I would argue that his agent is getting more more talk and more anonymity than he is. So anyway, so there's the live version of the Fighting Irish mascot.
He says with the 11s too.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into something a little more serious here. What is this? I found this the other day. Now, people are saying nobody needs to panic. Nobody needs to go down. Okay. I'm just saying, I understand that Georgia's stacked, but I can't even remember a time where 5 stars, other than Texas A&M, transferred out of the program and busted out of there so quick. I mean, and then look at all the 4 stars. Now, I get they're 3 and 4 deep in some positions, so that makes sense. But okay, if that's the case, I'm going to be this guy and say this.
Okay, but
why even go there in the first place?
But there's other stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
What is the other stuff going on?
The
Chris?
Atlanta Falcons suck. And it's a big story in Atlanta that Kirby Smart is next.
Really?
That's the big story in Atlanta right now is Kirby Smart's next.
You really think that Kirby Smart is going to go to the Falcons and be their head coach?
Why not?
Why not?
That would be genius.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, it would be genius
What
for
else
the
has he got to prove
Falcons.
in college?
I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day,
NFL is such a different monster, and
I mean,
I
but at the
feel
end of
like
the day,
Kirby
though,
would smoke himself in the foot doing that.
yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, though, I mean, when you're as consistently winning like he is, it has to get boring after a while.
What was Nick Saban's record in the NFL? It was abysmal.
Not good.
But it wasn't his fault.
But
No,
But just because you're bad in the NFL doesn't mean you're going to be bad in a college game. Or if you're good in the college, you're going to be bad in the college in the program.
But yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's
Saban,
like
they would not let him choose the players that he went and got. He wanted to sign Drew Brees when Drew Brees was coming off his injury when he was with the Chargers.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't let him do it. And then you saw how good Brees was.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So,
I mean, I remember that now. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But no, looking at these names on the list, though, I mean, Smoke Bowie, he actually transferred from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Vandegrift, he's kind of stuck, and now especially with returning starter coming back, I mean that makes sense. AJ Harris, I mean, it's a stacked DB room. I mean, he's ready to be featured. So when he goes to Auburn, he's gonna look great.
Now, Matt. Now here's the thing, though. You didn't hear our discussion, don't you know? You got a daggum Bill Belichick's going to be your guys' defensive coordinator. You don't need Kirby Smart.
Dude, if Belichick goes to Bama, dude, that's huge. But I don't know. I think Belichick retires at the end of the season. Just be done with it.
It would not surprise me.
He has nothing to
would
prove.
Not surprise me.
He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. One of, not the.
Whoa, what is happening here? That's not what I did. That's not what I did either. Stop.
Yeah.
Something happened. Something happened.
Technical difficulties. Someone's been
there we go.
Dawg already.
Yeah, well, I clicked the wrong thing. My bad. Hey, listen, look, we're amateurs, okay? We are. We're 3 dudes sitting at home on computers. It happens. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, the word on the street is, and whoever decided to make the photoshopped video or photo of Bill Belichick in an Alabama uniform, he's catching fire at it ever.
It looked good too. I hate to say it.
Good. It looked good. It's fun to talk about. Ain't gonna happen. Let's see. What's the last one here? We already showed this one. No. Okay. Now, this is something else with the transfer portal. College QB transfer carousel is spinning at warp speed. Look here. Dylan Gabriel, Oklahoma to Oregon. Riley Leonard, Duke to Notre Dame. Will Rogers, Mississippi State to Washington. Tyler Van Dyke, Miami to Wisconsin. Grayson McCall, Coastal to North Carolina, NC State. Tyler Show, is that how you say it? Shog? Whatever. Yeah. Tyler Shoe. Texas Tech to Louisville, Taylor Green, Boise State to Arkansas, Curtis Rourke, Ohio to Indiana. Max Johnson, Texas A&M, North Carolina. He's going to NC.
Holy crap.
What?
The Liver King just liked my tweet on Twitter. My life is done. I'm good. It's over.
Hank Bachmeyer, Louisiana Tech to Wake. Blake Shapen, Baylor to Mississippi State. Brock Vandegrift, Georgia to Kentucky. Aiden Charles, Noah Kim, NJ. I mean, the list is on and on and on and on and on.
All right. But
so why are all the quarterbacks transferring? You guys got any ideas?
Okay,
Aiden
there's
Childs,
a couple names not on there.
What? One at a time.
There's a couple names not on there.
Yeah.
Who? This is an old
Utah's quarterback is transferred to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Utah. It is more. You're right.
And then we got the greatest quarterback in the whole portal comes to LSU. I've done nothing but praise this guy for years. I mean, gosh, AJ Swan is so amazing.
AJ Swan is just going to take you guys. He's going to be the next Heisman quarterback.
So
he's going to be the next Heisman.
The Are You Serious page, when they shared that he transferred to LSU, I went on there and said, this is their payback for us sending Steven Rivers their way.
Paybacks are hell.
I'm telling you. I didn't even go back and watch, but I really want to know what Blake thinks about it.
I do have a question about one of these.
What?
All right.
Brock Vandegrift to Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me exactly what they're getting.
I don't know.
A career backup.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. Brock Vandegrift, though, he played tight end at Georgia. He didn't play quarterback. He was
he's quarterback. He's third. He's their backup quarterback.
Who's the? Oh, wait a minute, because Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
I thought for a minute. No, not I wasn't getting them confused, but I thought for a minute
Bowers
that he was the other tight end.
A better quarterback.
No, I mean, I think Vandegrift will fit the Kentucky system better.
Yeah,
which is you don't have to be as good.
Yeah,
but no, some of these names though. I mean, like Aiden Childs going to Michigan State makes sense. He followed his coach there. Riley Leonard to Notre Dame is clear tampering. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I agree.
Will Rogers to Washington might be my 100% favorite move of the entire portal because he slings it. Penix slings it. I think that's just a match made in heaven. Yeah, Grayson McCall going to NC State.
In the entire portal too.
Who?
Washington's getting one of the worst linebackers in the entire portal.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
But no, like Grayson McCall though, that's a lateral move for me from Coastal to NC State.
Yeah.
I don't see that up in his game at all. And that's no disrespect to NC State.
Right.
It's just I don't see him being able to progress in that role. Shoe going from Texas Tech to Louisville is that's a fine move after what we saw this year. Taylor Green to Arkansas should be a lot of fun because I think he's everything they wanted KJ to be, but more. And I think he will fit the system a lot better.
He'll fit Petrino much better, yeah.
Curtis Rourke going from Ohio to Indiana. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Max Johnson going to North Carolina is actually a very fun little move for him. I'm waiting on his brother to announce that's where he's probably going. Bachmeyer, I've lost faith in the kid, unfortunately. And
we're getting there, Matt, because there's some names on here that we don't have.
I actually think Bachmeyer is going to do very well at Wake Forest.
You think so?
Yeah.
He may throw for 4,000 next season because he's I'm sure he ain't going to go up against no defense in the Pac-2.
Think about it.
Whatever they are.
Bachmeyer is a kid that's got 8,000 yards passing in his career.
Yeah.
So with Ty Simpson, do not expect Ty Simpson to enter the portal in this current phase. If he enters, it will be after the national championship when it reopens.
He's not.
You don't think he is?
Nope.
Why is that?
Because right now he's a lock at number 2. Period. The end. He's a lock at number 2.
Well, okay, but we're missing the most important name on this entire list, and that's he's not a transfer, but there's been a major flip, which Chris called it. Is that Dylan Raiola is going to Nebraska, and he actually announced it, changing it from Georgia to Nebraska. And on top of that, the ugliest quarterback in college football is staying in Georgia and will be there for another year and play in the bowl game. So I think that has a lot to do.
So I didn't realize Colin Lacey officially went to Louisville. That is huge. That is a
Mhm.
major get right there. I wanted Lacey
Mhm.
at LSU so bad. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I was hoping with LSU being kind of close to South Alabama that they might could squeeze something. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's going to be awesome. Feller, what are you talking about? Y'all got Milrow. Milrow is the
Milroe's gonna
man
be
for
back.
y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Milrow's gonna be a beast.
Milrow will be.
Milroe's already announced he's coming back, ain't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be
He's-
there.
he's
I mean,
gotta
if you
work
don't
on
have
that.
any faith in any faith in him, I mean, I get that, but
He's got to work on
I-
that mid-level pass, though. He can't rely on his
Yeah.
legs for every play.
no, he can't. But the thing about Bama is they get receivers that can just run scalded
Do they,
scalded
though?
mules.
Do they?
I mean, we'll see.
Whoa.
Milroe
What?
is not going to the NFL.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think
No.
he ain't ready yet. He'll go next year,
No,
but he needs
I'm
another year.
pretty certain he's already came out and said he's coming back.
He's already said he's coming back. He's already
Oh, did
said
he?
he's coming
Actually,
back.
I haven't even.
Yeah.
I didn't even think he would consider.
already
going,
said
to be
it.
honest.
He already said it.
We are missing the biggest transfer portal entry of all.
Who is this?
The most famous person in all of college football. The dot
The dot.
on the Ohio is entered the transfer portal.
I hear he's going to be the dot on the I at Michigan.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just wonder where the dot is going to end up at.
Yeah. Yeah. And Matt thinks it's Saban's last year. There's a lot of talk of it. There's a lot of talk of it.
It. For some reason, it wouldn't surprise me if they win the Natty and then like a week later he announces he's retiring.
Yeah,
Perfect
it
way to
wouldn't
go out.
surprise me. He's getting up there, and he's done everything you can do. I mean,
But replacing him is nearly impossible.
He owns 75 car dealerships. He owns 16 different properties. He owns I don't know how many different hotels. Like the man is set up generational wealth for his entire family for decades, and there ain't nothing to do. There's no reason to do anything, and he hates the transfer portal. He hates NIL. He is so over it. And I mean, if it's not this year, it'll be next year. It is
weird that Bama hasn't made any portal moves.
Well, we talked about it Friday. What the heck is Clemson doing? Somebody answer me this. Andrew, if you're watching, please jump in here. What the heck is Clemson doing? Because they ain't in the.
We need that Dabo video. He got that.
Gotta have that Dabo. I don't have that Dabo video anymore. I don't think.
I want to know what Clark Lee's doing.
No, I don't care about what Clark Lee's doing. I want to know what the heck
do.
Dabo Sweeney's doing. Somebody who won a national championship and has so many people leaving the program in a transfer and has zero goose egg coming in.
He's
None.
been very
Nada.
clear. He's been very clear. He's not going to play the transfer portal game.
I know, but it's like, okay, then stay irrelevant. I don't get it. It's weird. Like you got to get in the transfer portal sometime, and you got to replace the guys that are leaving. Like that makes no sense. But whatever.
So let me ask you guys this question real quick about since we're talking
What?
transfer portal. All right, so as wild as you see it being with football,
Yeah.
how come it hasn't been necessarily as wild with like baseball?
I don't know.
Did you know that
That's a great question.
The portal closed for baseball today?
Yeah.
And there hadn't been many people leaving.
No.
And it's which I mean, and I like that though. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that these kids buy into their program and actually stay there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing to me. Now, basketball, it also hadn't gotten crazy. Oh my God. If AJ's related to Feller, that would just make my life complete.
Oh, that's crazy. TJ said Nebraska also has zero signed from the portal so far. So Matt Rule isn't a fan of it either.
I think get ready though. I think with Dylan Raiola committing, I think that's going to open some moves in the portal for them. I really do.
He said, picked him back. Hell yeah, cousin. Which funny because Matt is a big time Alabama fan. So AJ, Steve, that may be your ticket to getting into the Iron Bowl. There you go.
Hey, I will tell you too, Matt Hicks, that kid, he is super athletic. But that being said, I say he's a kid. He's like 40 years old. But
He's 40, yeah.
the dude, he is super athletic. I give him his props. I didn't believe. So we used to work together, and we go back behind the warehouse and we play some football. And I was thinking, he's probably okay. You know, start throwing. This dude's making some OBJ catches, and I'm like,
yeah,
who is this kid?
Yeah. These guys, Matt, listen, these guys, if anybody in here does not follow Big Ten backers, stop what you're doing. Well, not yet, but like after the show, make sure you click on their link and follow them.
Absolutely.
Awesome. They're awesome.
I mean,
dudes.
they were literally paid by Connor Stallions to go film football games. Don't get no.
I know. Don't you see their shirts? It says Michigan Film Crew, and they even brought a camera with them.
Dude, when that picture came out, I was just like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
I laughed
I was like,
hard.
I will officially be a fan of them forever.
Oh, yeah. I became a fans of life. I was like, did y'all really make those T-shirts? Yeah. Did you make the camera? And then he literally went, yeah. He's like, I got it right here. So
what, I got to ask you guys, what is Clark Lee doing?
I don't know.
I think he's being meticulous with it. I really do. I think I think a lot of coaches are doing that because I think everybody sees what Deion Sanders did last year and how honestly it did not work out for them. And I think a lot of schools went through that. I think they brought in a lot of guys that did not work out, and they're like, hey, we need to be more calculated on who we go after. And I think that Vanderbilt's got a lot of feelers out there with some guys, but I think it's just one of those things where everybody's weighing their options. I think the kids are being strategic.
Yeah.
We've got 7 commits already.
Yeah.
Which is more than we took last year.
Yeah.
Already. Right. And our class is ranked 12th in the country.
Yeah.
What is Clark Lee selling out here on the back of a 2-10 season to get these kids to come to Vanderbilt?
I think he's got duffel bags full of money, and he's finally like, hey, look at this.
You said it. Vanderbilt's got an NIL program now. So
he doesn't need to hand out McDonald's bags. He's handing out Chick-fil-A bags. He's stepping it up.
He's stepping it up. Yeah. That's it. That's right. All right. So we got to move on. We've been at this for an hour. Y'all have been absolutely animals in the comments. And
especially after the other night when we got like 21 comments. We're like, what is this?
I know. It's been a really, really active show tonight. So I appreciate the participation. I'm gonna breeze through these videos real quick. I know we're bouncing topics, but I don't care.
Dude, we're just talking football and having fun.
We're just talking football and having fun. That's what it is. All right,
fans,
so check this one out.
We all probably have ADHD. Let's do it.
Yeah, why not? Here we go. So this is something else.
Fields on the roll, sets up, throwing deep. He's got a man out there, and it is juggled and dropped by Robert Tunyon.
17, Ravens overload to Lawrence's right. Trevor gonna take off. Lost the football, and the Ravens have it going back the other way after the left. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Over the middle, Tony juggles, and it's picked by Jelani Tavai. And now Tavai throws it away. What is he doing? Out of bounds, Patriots maintain possession.
Look, that Bears game, that was terrible.
Honestly, that would be my luck if I decided to go drop 1,000 on NFL. Like
he said, it looks like a Keystone Cops clip. The whole time
serious, man.
I'm thinking, why does this sound like some Minsky's Follies music or something?
Yes. I mean, just wow. Big Ten backers say Vandy doesn't know what well, I clicked the wrong comment. Vandy doesn't know what Vandy's doing. They said Bears equals terrible. I agree.
Yes, 100%. And that's a shame.
100%. That's only a Bears fan.
So
all right.
We've talked a lot about the portal. You want to play that Chip Kelly video?
Hang on, I will. I'll play it here in just a minute. Let me finish these little clips, and then we'll do that. Hang on. So, if you didn't notice, he wasn't paying any attention at all.
I was not. I'm sorry. I was on 3.
I'm going to play it one more time because the Cowboys got waxed this week. And I mean, like, It wasn't even close. Dak Prescott looked like a kindergartner throwing the football. This is absolutely a live reaction of what Cowboys fans do when they beat teams that are below 500 at home.
Gosh, that's funny.
I mean,
right
it's is it true or is it not?
It is.
Do we got some Cowboys fans in here? Because what is the deal with the Cowboys? Like,
they're a good team that just came up very short yesterday. So Micah Parsons, starting linebacker for him, he has a podcast, and he did his show today, and he was addressing how like former players wait for moments like this where like current players have a bad game where they can call them out. And the way he said it, I was like, okay, I see what he's saying. But yeah, they were. It's not very hot looking yesterday. I mean, Dak didn't look good. Defense definitely didn't look good. I mean, it was just a bad game.
It was really bad.
Didn't look as bad as the Chargers did and come up as short as they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Friday. Me and Cody talked about that because Brandon Staley, he was there was literally a video that somebody made on their computer of saying how to fire a head coach at halftime. Literally, and it was on Google and they were typing it out. And I was like, yeah, that's every Chargers fan. Every single Chargers fan was thinking that at the same time. Here, check this out. I don't even know which one this is, but it'll show it at the top. Read that right.
Dude.
Tickets to the Carolina Panthers game were 45 cents. The comments are hilarious. One guy said, "You mean it's less than a gallon of gas so I can go watch an NFL football game? Do you mean it's less than a McDonald's cheeseburger to go to an NFL?" I mean, and they just kept going. There's like 8,000 comments on that video.
It's less to go to a Panthers game than it is to go to a Vandy game, and that's hard to do.
Oh my goodness, 45 cents. Look, and I still didn't go, Dominic says. Looks like the Hurricanes. Dominic said, and I still didn't go. Who lives really close there? He could absolutely go. 45 cents for that game, and nobody showed up.
Hey,
that's terrible.
Hey, you got to save that money, man.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's. What happened? What?
Did y'all see DeCameron Richardson from Mississippi State committed to Ole Miss?
Well,
I saw that earlier tonight.
Man.
That doesn't surprise me.
A lot of people thought he was going to LSU. A lot of people had him as a lock to LSU.
Ole Miss is just killing it in the portal. Just killing it.
I mean, I just want to know, like, what is he, like, selling them? Because, no offense to Ole Miss, but, I mean,
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're in Oxford in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi. I know. I don't get it either. But
I mean, they got the best looking girls in the conference. I'll give them that. But no, they trust me.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm sure about that.
Are you sure about that?
I am 100% sure about that. That's the one thing I am sure about.
I'm telling Cheyenne.
He know that every time he takes the field, he's going to bring that big penis energy. He's going to bring that big penis energy. He's going to bring that big penis energy. That's right, Harry. Let's go, baby.
Tell me that is not a cheer that Hunter Dworsky came up with.
I don't know. I don't know, but the Big Ten backers are famous in our little group of guys that just love talking football, of calling Michael Penix. The Penix will do it. And then literally Desmond Howard, big Penix energy.
All right, so Jake Johnson's officially joining his brother Max at North Carolina. That is officially announced now.
Well, who would have thought that?
Personally, if I were him, I would not have gone there because when Max was the quarterback, he didn't make his brother look any better, and his brother's a great tight end, but he probably could have done better somewhere else.
What a clown! Must be a Dabo
prediction that a 3-star running back named Nate Shepard's going to end up at Colorado.
Nate Shepard at Colorado, huh? All right, Chris, you got a video of Chip Kelly?
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the portal tonight.
Yeah.
And Chip Kelly absolutely went off about this stuff.
Let's hear it.
So I thought it was interesting. I think it's going to be a good discussion point. So
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and play it, and we'll talk about it after it plays.
Right now, whether it be realignment, NIL, transfer portal, and what would your plan maybe be to try to solve it?
I think they're all a problem, and I think we need to have a conference commissioner. I think football should be separate from the other sports. Just the fact that our school is leaving to go to the Big Ten in football, our softball team should be playing Arizona in softball. Our basketball team should be playing Arizona in basketball. But because football left, and they're saying, well, how do you do that? Well, Notre Dame's independent in football, and they're in a conference and everything else. I think we should all be independent in football. And you can have a 64-team conference that's in the Power 5, and you can have a 64-team conference in the Group of 5. And we separate it, and we play each other. You can have the West Coast teams, and then every year we play 7 games against the West Coast teams, and then we play the East. So we play Syracuse, Boston College, Pitt, West Virginia, Virginia. Then the next year you play against the South while you still play your 7 teams. You can play a 7-game schedule. You can play 4 against another conference, another division opponent, and you can always play against one Mountain West team every year so that we can still keep those rivalries going. Not that I've really thought about this. Not that I've a lot of spent time on this. But I think if you went together collectively as a group and said there's 132 teams and we all share the same TV contract, so that the Mountain West doesn't have one and the Sun Belt doesn't have another and SEC has one and they have another, that we all go together, that's a lot of games, and there's a lot of people in the TV world that would go through it. You can sponsor each one. Instead of calling it Group of 5 and Power 5, you can call it Amazon, Nike, bid that out to things. You do a lot of different things. But I think if we still do the same thing and take all that money, and I would do this, and I think this needs to be done, that money now needs to be shared with the student athletes, and there needs to be revenue sharing, and the players should get paid, and you can get rid of NLI, and the schools should be paying the players because the players are what the product is. And the fact that they don't get paid is really the biggest travesty. Not that I've thought about it.
What is the biggest issue that you might have?
That was a lot. That was a lot to unpack. So in essence, what he's saying is that instead of having conferences and having separate conferences or whatever that they play each other every single year, whatever, you keep football separate, and then you play this year, you play the West, you play 7 games in the West, then you go over here and play 7 games of the South, you do whatever, and it just kind of keeps it interesting. That's what I got out of it. Is that what he's saying?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong, but I mean, it sounds very complicated.
But the problem in that is exactly what
JQ, about freaking time, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is the guy we were freaking waiting on the other day. Never showed up.
Never showed up. What
if they do that, your other sports like baseball and basketball and softball, and they're not going to get the funding that they need.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a very weird deal there. All right. That's we can ponder that for a while. Share blast, yes. Agreed. Yes. Yes, we are running here. Let's take a short break. Because we do have some more material to bring to you guys tonight. Is this a good show or what, gentlemen?
It is.
It's goodness. You guys are really bringing it in the comments. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Let us know what you think. I think tonight's been a really good show. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. Well, let's hear from Amazon. Take about a 2-minute break. Stretch your legs. Get some water. Get some whatever you wet your whistle you want to wet. and
That
come on back.
didn't come out right, George.
Whatever you want to have wet your whistle, I think is what I meant to say. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows what I meant. Get something to drink. We'll be right back on the Golden Boot Podcast.
Hey there, darling, let me count on you. The road is long and I'm scared what I might find. Won't you tuck me in and out? Tell me everything's gonna be alright, sweet child. Sweet child. Up in the morning, out that door. Who knows what the world has in store for me? I'll be safe with you by my side. Ain't nothing out there can't take in stride. I know. You hold me up. You hold me up. So I can fly. When that cold creeps on in and I start to wonder what could have been, I'm just gonna close my eyes so tight, take your hand and keep me to the morning light, to the morning light. And ain't it bright? You hold me up. You hold me up. You hold me up. So I can fly.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jacob Hester, former LSU running back, here to tell you about a brand new college football podcast, the Golden Boot Podcast. Give it a listen, give it a try, give it a follow. They're going to work hard to be your new favorite podcast.
You're listening to the Golden Boot Podcast. Stay golden.
Welcome back to the Golden Boot Podcast. All right, let's get in the meat of this. We've had some fun. We've had some laughs, some tears. We've had, golly, that Amazon commercial gets me every time. Chris, I'm going to let you start us out before we jump into this. You have something you want to talk about, and it revolves around a certain wide receiver. You have the floor, sir. Take it away.
Okay. Will Shepard, let me address his comment. And if somebody wants to tag him in this video, I don't care, because I'll say it. What are you talking about? They're going to have the best wide receiver room in the country. Their prize wide receiver that they're getting is coming from a 2-10 team.
Yeah.
And that star wide receiver that they've gotten, on half of our third down plays this year, he was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Why was he on the sidelines? Because he does not block in the run game. He has a drop problem. He's had it for 3 years at Vanderbilt. He can't catch a ball. He don't ham fight with DBs. I mean, what are you talking about? You're going to have the best wide receiver. If you put as much effort into playing football and getting better at your craft as you do about running your mouth and talking trash on Twitter, you might be a first-round NFL draft pick because your ceiling is high. Said
boy, you said what you said. Lord have mercy. GQ wants to know, Vandy Chris, what's up with the Wade brothers going to Colorado to get more playing time for Destin?
He's not going to play over Shador.
No.
But I will.
And my question is,
I will say this: he's very talented at other positions as well.
Yeah,
I watched him in high school. He can play running back. He can play wide receiver.
Right.
And his brother Keaton was one of the best wide receivers in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, it's craziness.
So, don't be surprised if the Wade twins make some noise in Colorado.
So is Will Shepherd staying with Vandy?
No, he's going to Colorado.
Yeah,
he's going. Oh, okay, all right. He's going to Colorado. So he's bragging about.
I want to know what Colorado sees. They're getting Will Shepherd from a 2-10 team. They're also taking Vanderbilt's third-string quarterback. What?
I don't know.
Security, I guess.
Make it
Security,
make sense.
Who knows? All right, let's get into our recaps this evening. And I'm going to have to do some finagling here. So let's get into which ones we got. Well, actually, you know what? No. You know what? Y'all have waited long enough.
We kind of already talked about the bowl games anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, we have. You're right. Let's do what we talked about earlier. We did save a bunch of your comments. Santa Claus is watching. You see, he's kind of peeking in over here behind us here. I'm going to go back to our comments. We asked you 2 questions. I'm going to put them up on the screen again. If I can find them. There they are. What is your favorite team asking Santa for Christmas? If you didn't get it in now. It could be anything: quarterback, running back, offensive line, defensive coordinator, new school. I don't care. New owner. If it's an NFL team, I don't care. What are they asking Santa for Christmas? And then, what is your favorite Christmas movie? I'll tell you mine here in a minute. I bet you can probably guess. I've seen it a few times in the comments to give you a clue. Now, the first question. What is Santa getting your team for, or what do you want Santa to get your team for Christmas? So we had a bunch of people jump in on this. Big Ten backers say D-line, and I believe that's for Wisconsin, right? Kentucky, and O-line. He's an O-line. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike Germany says Ryan Day to get a long-term deal. #diehard. A new coach for the New Orleans Saints. All right. Yeah, Bobby, I hear you there.
I don't agree with that one.
I hear you there. Yes, Wisconsin.
He needs players. They don't need a new coach. They need players.
Yeah.
Wait, AJ's a Wisconsin fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is. He
never knew who his team was. I guess I've never really looked into it.
Well, he's a Green Bay fan and a Wisconsin.
Hell out of you guys. Go Tigers.
Here you go. Alabama and Saban to stop writing the playoff committee.
Agreed.
Ole Miss needs a stronger defense.
And it seems like Kiffin's making that happen.
Yeah.
They get more.
My team is asking for the secondary to improve greatly.
Same.
Is what that is. TJ is a big Tennessee fan. So that makes sense. Colin says UCLA a new head coach.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think, because you would think Chip Kelly going to UCLA would have been a great move.
Yep.
At least I thought it would have been.
So for me, I got a new quarterback. Although I was happy with KJ, I just wish that he would have been just wouldn't have regressed as bad. But I'm I mean, I got Bobby Petrino back. Y'all know, if you've ever watched this show, I was not high on Bobby Petrino at all.
Let me ask you, George. At the beginning of the season, if I would have said, hey, George, we're going to get to the end of the season and Bobby Petrino is going to be back at Arkansas, would you not have just laughed?
I would have laughed you right off of this podcast.
You would have
been like, you're an idiot. You're
How many times
full
did
of crap.
you argue with me about that?
Yeah. I argued a bunch. I know. You were like, oh, I got one name. I got one name.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino.
Hey, and it happened.
Ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
And then here we are.
We'll see if it works.
When he showed up on campus, the Wisconsin guys want to know, did he come on a motorcycle?
He did not. Although, hey, you know what's hilarious? He actually signed a deal with Harley Davidson.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Oh, my God.
The motorcycle didn't get him in trouble, just so you know. But he signed a deal with Harley Davidson. Absolutely did. Yes. And they're smart as all get out because, I mean, when you think Bobby Petrino, you think Harley Davidson. That's what most Arkansas fans think anyway. So I don't know.
So
a winning record? Can I just get a winning record? I just want a winning record, please. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's 7-5, if it's 6-6 with a bowl game victory. Just something, some kind of improvement at all. And I really, 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 really want to have a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense, please.
That's not too much to ask for.
I hope not. If you got Bobby freaking Petrino back in Arkansas, your offense should be something. Sarah says, I think George Hancock deserves a punishment for not believing it was possible.
Sarah, wear him out, Sarah. Wear him out.
Sarah, your wish is granted.
She's going to get that belt and start beating you over the back with it.
Whatever. It was a cover-up for an ass whooping. Yeah.
My NFL team.
Ooh. Well, hang on. I'm not done yet because we're talking about NFL on what I asked. So, can I please get a new defensive coordinator? All right, I'm done. Go ahead, Chris.
So, I have 2 NFL teams. I've been a Saints fan since 1980 when they went 1-15. Their only win that year, they beat the Jets 21-20.
Got your Q's a Packers fan too.
So we need some talent on that roster.
Yeah.
It's not a coaching thing, it's talent.
Mash a pumpkin on my head.
There's no talent there.
No.
So then George has to eat it after.
This is the best you got right here. Here you go. Here you go.
I would love if she came in there and just like bash something over your head right now live on air. Not that we're pushing for Sarah to do that at all right now.
No. Listen, I'm not Kenny. That's not happening.
I just want to see a horse walk through your door right there.
No. Go ahead, Chris.
And my second team is the Titans. We need to spend some of this $100 million in cap space and go get a freaking offensive line to stop our quarterbacks from getting murdered. I don't know if you saw it yesterday or not, but Will Levis got hurt yesterday, although he did walk off the field.
Yikes. That's not good for them. I've never been in the camp to fire Tomlin, but I'm there now. Steelers got a clean house. Yeah, I forgot TJ's a huge Pittsburgh fan. Yeah.
They've had a lot of injuries this year, too.
Yeah, they've had a lot of injuries. Need Kenny Pickett to get back out. Oh, sprained ankle for Levis. Okay. Yep. I was like, wait, Dominic, are you asking for a sprained ankle? For what? For who? What? I'm so confused. For Levis. Yeah. Sarah says, Pack needs new fans or at least a new attitude adjustment. Every time something goes wrong, they want everyone fired as a new team. Hey, welcome to being a Packers fan. That happens every single day. Every day.
Your wife's telling you to quit whining, George.
I'm just gonna button up my lip on that one. I never thought I'd say fire Tomlin.
She says
either, but
until
we're there.
Arkansas can beat Ole Miss in football, you have to shush.
Man, Georgia will be quiet for a while.
Dominic says, haha, no. We have been spoiled. Yeah, we really have. We've been spoiled. Hashtag quit whining, George. Yeah.
That's a good
AJ, is she right though? As a fan base, and JQ, you answer this too, because I forget you're a Packers fan, man. Is it seriously a situation where every single game something goes wrong? Like 15 people on Facebook are like, "Oh, fire the whole team, fire the whole front office." I don't do that, but I see it done every day, every single time we lose.
So
no.
And my Christmas wish for college is I'm going to go a different route. Everybody knows I want improvement in our football program.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go out on a big limb here.
What?
Jerry Stackhouse, my Christmas wish is that you coached your last game at Vanderbilt University. Take your NBA pedigree and your North Carolina colored blue and go back somewhere else because I don't want you here. That's my Christmas wish.
Yeah. Well, all right then. Cody?
I think we need to really improve on the defense. I don't think it's necessarily a coaching change that needs to happen because I really do like Matt House.
Is it an Alex Grinch 5-alarm emergency?
Oh, it's beyond
kind
that.
Of defense? Okay.
It's beyond that.
Okay.
LSU has been known for their defense for many years. And I always used to tell myself, I'd do anything to have the best offense in college football. I'd trade my defense for it. I regret ever thinking that because now that it's happened, it kind of sucks. Because the old adage of defense wins championships, that's a fact.
If he only knew. If he
only knew. Listen, if you ever get in our group chats during football games.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh. That's it.
Fireball.
I'm done. Fire everyone. Fire the whole damn crew. The whole everyone. Oh, I'm not going to do that this week. Fire everybody every week.
I do like our new offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It's good. I think it's a good hire.
UK will take Matt House back on the staff somewhere. All right. Well, there you go.
No. I do not want to get rid of him. I'm in the minority on this, but I do not want to get rid of Matt House. I love the guy.
Oh, man. Vandy complaining about Vandy sounds like Dana Carvey is grumpy old man on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Just don't start doing church lady.
We need Sarah
it
to come
sucks
on for that.
there's usually a really good offense or a really good defense on a team. Rarely do we find teams as solid on both. That shouldn't be. I agree. Because if they have both, then that means they're absolutely going to win some type of championship or something close.
The
All right.
49ers.
Yeah. On to our next topic. On to our next Christmas topic. Because guys, we only have. It's scary close now. We have exactly a week.
That's crazy.
Okay, where'd he go?
What is your favorite Christmas movie? Sarah, do not ruin it because I know you're going to put exactly my favorite. I want everybody to guess. It's been in this comment section a few times. I've seen it.
Your favorite is Die Hard.
No, not Die Hard.
No, it's got to be Christmas Vacation.
No. Ooh.
Cody
nailed it right on the head.
That's 100% my favorite Christmas movie.
100% my favorite as well. Brad says Christmas Vacation. Colin says A Christmas Story. Big Ten backers say Christmas Vacation. I'm trying to see if there's any more in here. There's 3 for Christmas Vacation, 4, including me and you, and 1 for Christmas Story. Chris, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Are we talking actual movie or TV show?
Let's go movie.
The question says movie.
Okay, Miracle on 34.
Respect. Wait,
Respect.
The original or the remake?
Yeah.
The original.
Okay, I respect that because I like that one as well.
I like that one too. As far if I'm going for let me just
what is
say this.
okay? I'm out of the loop here or something. What the hell is Elf?
What?
You don't know what Elf is?
With Will Ferrell?
I don't.
Hold. Just hang on. Stop.
I've never.
You
heard
don't
of
know.
that.
Stop. Hey, hang on. Stop the music.
We
You
have to
don't
cancel the
know
show.
what Elf is?
No,
It's Will Ferrell.
man, I'm out of the loop.
Holy mother.
Dude, it's like 20
Find
years
the movie,
old.
dude. It's old. It's not. I don't think it's 20 years old.
Yes, it
But-
came out in 2003.
It came out in 2003. Chris,
Okay, I haven't been to a movie theater since 1995.
it's a
playing
Christmas
on
movie.
TBS.
It's on 25 Days of Christmas now. It's
Do you know how
You
much
can
TV
find
I
it.
watch?
well, I mean, yeah. that's
Clearly
true.
not enough.
Clearly not enough if you've never seen Elf. Holy
I'm
mother.
offended right now. Like
Yeah.
I to the point where I'm thinking about you're having to be suspended for the rest of the year. Like what?
Look,
Homework.
here,
Go
listen.
watch Elf.
I
Look,
will
here,
do that.
please. It's hilarious. It is really, really funny. All right, let me get the music back on. Jeez, I had to stop everything. I'm like, wait a minute. You've never seen Elf?
No, I haven't.
Sarah's favorite Christmas movie is White Christmas. She loves the classic Bing Crosby.
Respect.
It's a really good movie.
It is.
I actually, I have to admit this. I never saw it until she put it up to my attention. Brought it to my attention. I've never watched it. Didn't even know it existed until
And then
she's
you
like,
talk about me not knowing who Elf was.
okay, Mr. 55 years old. Lord have mercy. Elf. Sarah likes Elf. Sunbelt Syndicate. Elf. Sarah also likes Unaccompanied Minors, where they spend Christmas in an airport.
Yep. Good movie. Good movie.
That's not a bad movie. Home Alone, always a good one.
Absolutely.
Big Tim Baggers say Die Hard. Die Hard is
Yes.
a Christmas movie.
Bing.
Bobby says Rudolph.
That's a
Yeah,
TV
Rudolph.
show.
Rudolph's a
It
good
is
one.
a TV show, but it's looked
Not
at as a
a
movie
TV
because
show.
as much as it's
It's a
cute.
claymation movie.
You
not
know
a
what?
TV show.
Technically, it does surpass 30 minutes, so it would be considered a movie.
Hey, listen, it's on VHS. Okay, it's a
True.
movie.
In that case, I like Frosty the Snowman.
GQ, you look like a Christmas vacation kind of guy. Yes, you nailed it. Miracle on 34th Street. Sarah loves that as well. And we'll probably watch that. We usually watch that on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we have an announcement here in just a minute. Sunbelt Syndicate says Elf again. Definitely. TJ says A Christmas Story all the way. I've only seen Elf once. Was forced by my fiance. Same with Christmas Vacation. Give me 24 Hours of Ralphie. I do like A Christmas Story. The 24 hours thing, I used to go to sleep on Christmas Eve to that playing in the living room. My mom or my dad would leave it playing, and then I'd always had my door open cracked, and I don't know what I was thinking, trying to probably listen for something, see if I could hear Santa's footsteps or something. But I would literally hear, "You'll shoot your eye out, you'll shoot your eye out," like 8 times in a row because I couldn't go to sleep. So, just awesome. Let's stick on fire. There's just great quotes in that movie. Sunbelt Syndicate says, Dominic says, we can't be friends, Chris. Elf. Santa's coming. I know him. I know him. I know him. Hello, Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? You just need to watch the movie. It's great.
It really is
funny. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Okay,
Look at these comments.
We need to hear you doing these comments in some Ed Orgeron ones.
Oh my God.
I don't know about that.
I want to
about
hear
that.
Santa. I know him in Ed Orgeron language.
Oh,
George, I have a request.
What?
I have a huge request. Are you going
What
to be
is
on the
your
Dawg's
request?
Christmas special this week?
Depends on my work, but sure.
Okay. So if you are, I would
Yeah.
really appreciate it if you sang Santa Baby in Ed Orgeron's voice. That is all.
So hurry down the chimney tonight. No, bring me some gumbo, you know. It's just like a cross between Sling Blade or something. I'm Ed Orgeron. Oh man, I know him. GQ Unaccountably Miners has the greatest scene, the guard cap.
Yes.
They know.
Yes.
Underrated is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Agreed.
I agree. That's a really good one. Charlie Brown Christmas. I haven't watched that movie in years. Charlie Brown Christmas. Elf sucks. Don't waste your time, Chris. It's not. It doesn't suck. Come on. You have the same sense of humor we do. You absolutely like it. Oh, he's an angry elf.
That's one of my favorite scenes, man.
Does Santa know you're away from the North Pole? He must be a South Pole elf. Oh man, you're gonna laugh so hard when you watch this. It's great. That's really good suggestions. I can't believe we didn't have any Christmas Vacation quotes in here. My God, you can ask Sarah when it starts turning fall. It's like a switch flips in the back of my head, and I start quoting Christmas Vacation. It just is. I don't know what it is.
The shitter's full.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Shitter was full. You checked our shitters, honey? Clark, he doesn't know any better. Well, he ought to know better. It pities somebody lights a match within 10 yards of it.
So, George, do you like the movie Vegas Vacation?
Vegas Vacation. Yeah, that's. I like the original National Lampoon's Vacation where they go to Wally World.
Yes.
Sorry, folks, park's closed. John. I'd like that one. Sarah's never seen that. But
you gotta change that.
I know.
You got it. Yeah, she needs to see that
one of these days. But the thing is, okay, real quick story, and then we'll jump into these bowl games that are gonna happen this week. We'll preview them, and then we'll get out of here. But literally, when we first met, and we've been married since 2020. We've met 2018, 19, I think. It feels like we've been married forever. Huh?
You better get it right. She's in the
Nah,
divorce.
I don't need to get it right because it's a compliment when you feel like you've known each other forever, right?
Oh, so
it is. I know. I'm a romantic at heart. But no, like I said, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Well, I like White Christmas. I'm like, the heck is that? And then I was like, oh, well, I mean, it's a tradition. We got to watch Christmas Vacation. She goes, what's that? I was like,
oh.
Stop. What? You've never seen this movie? Never? And she's like, no. And I was like, it's hilarious. She goes, yeah, but is it stupid funny? Because I don't really like stupid funny. I said, look, we're going to watch it. The first time she watched it, I think she may have laughed twice the whole movie. I'm not even kidding. The first time. Then all of a sudden, she knows I love it so much. She turned it on, I think it was like the day after Thanksgiving. And she turned it on. And I'm like, what? What's happening here? Yo, look. We've watched it 8 times and counting this year.
I'm impressed.
And look, she's the one that's quoting it. That's the that's Hey kids. News reporter said that he spotted Santa's sleigh crossing New York. Oh ho, ho, ho. You serious, Clark?
My favorite is when the niece encounters Clark when he's looking out the window fantasizing about pool. And she's talking about her brother's. She's
Santa
like,
Claus.
He's shitting bricks.
Yeah.
He's like.
You shouldn't use that word.
Sorry.
He's
shitting rocks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sarah, one of Sarah's favorite. I'm sorry. This is our family's first kidnapping.
Yeah. All right. So, what are some of y'all's favorite TV episodes of Christmas themes?
TJ, turn in, man. I know it's 11:13 where you're at, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time, bud. Great show. I appreciate it.
Every year, I have to watch the Festivus episode of Seinfeld. That is my 100% favorite thing to watch during the holidays.
And why is the floor all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
That was very good.
It was pretty good. Watched it so many times. JQ says Christmas Vacation, Vacation 3. He likes European Vacation, Vegas.
Yes.
He likes, Christmas Vacation is 1. The original is 2. European is 3. Vegas is 4. I don't mind that list at all.
The newest Vacation, I do like it as well, by the way.
Yeah.
With Ed Helms in it. It's pretty good. Yeah.
'Tis the season to be merry. Well, that's my name. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Love that movie.
I'm just quoting stuff. It's okay. I'm just quoting stuff. Oh man. Well, it's been
George,
a great
is your
show,
oldest,
guys.
does she watch it with y'all?
No, not yet. Not yet. No.
I let
She's
my
9.
daughter watch it with me.
Well, I know, but well, you and Cheyenne get into screaming fits and cuss each other out.
Never. We've never fought before.
Oh man, I tell you, it's great.
That's just how we show love.
Yeah, another great show. Mike says, "Hey, I appreciate it." Real quick before we go, we do have some bowl games coming up. I gotta fix this real quick. So let me hang on.
Yep.
Let me fix this real fast. Give me a minute, because otherwise you won't be able to see a daggum thing. Chris, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Chris? There you are, right there. Okay, there you are.
Hey, hand check.
All right.
Oh yeah,
okay,
Chris, did you
there we
ever
go.
get your Bones coffee?
I did. She delivered it personally to me.
Oh, so nice of her.
I need proof of that. You need to supply proof of that. All right, where are these bowl previews at? Oh, you just put it up. I'm sorry. I was my bad. All right, so we got the Sarsaparilla Bowl. I'm so glad I said that right. Georgia Tech and UCF. Who do you got in this one?
This is a great matchup. It really is.
Yeah.
John Rice Plumlee versus Haynes King. I mean, they're both 6-6, which is crazy. But let's be real. Both teams are better than 6-6. They really are.
I think so.
UCF had a bunch of injuries this year, and that led to their downfall. Georgia Tech, they made no sense to me. They would play great in games they should lose, and then they would play terrible in games they shouldn't win, or they should win. That being said, Brent Key's mom was my third grade teacher, like I mentioned a few times on here. Give me the fighting Brent Keys in this game. To hell with Gus.
No, I think Gus runs away with this one. I think it's going to be a blowout. Go ahead, Chris.
So I have personal issues with Gus. In 2011, when we were trying to hire, 2010, when we were doing a coach search, we had a handshake agreement with Gus Malzahn to take the Vanderbilt head coaching job for $1 million a year.
Yeah.
He would have been the second highest paid coach in the SEC at the time behind Nick Saban. And he returned to Auburn that night, and he accepted a pay raise from Auburn that put him at $1.4 million. And he turned down.
It's crazy that was the high number back then.
Right. And then we got James Franklin. So I've hated Gus Malzahn ever since then. You get what you got coming to you, and what he's got coming to him is the fighting Brent Keys are going to put a whooping on them.
Let's go, Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Red.
I hope so too, because I don't like Gus Malzahn either. People were saying that he should have came to Arkansas. People forget what he did when Arkansas played Florida in the SEC championship. we had to play our backup quarterback because him and what's his name from USC transfer bolted and left us high and dry in the middle of a daggum SEC championship game, but whatever. So me and Gus don't play well. I would love to see Georgia Tech pull it out. I just think UCF has some power. I think they got some power. I'm going to turn this down a little bit.
Because they beat Oklahoma doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Don't
For real.
go all Tim Bailey on us.
I know. All right, next game.
South Florida and Syracuse, another battle of the 6 and 6s. I mean,
Does this mean that Kyle McCord is going to be there?
he might physically be there, but obviously, he'd probably be in the stands, I would think. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, get a chance to go to Boca Raton. Hey, I'll take that trip.
Hey,
I
Boca's nice this time of year.
Yeah, I think, South Florida, they showed that they can play in the Alabama game. I mean, obviously, it was their defense that showed it, not their offense. But Syracuse, hard for me not to go with Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like what they've got going in the portal right now. It's kind of fun to watch. I think the team believes, and obviously the guys that are still left there are going to, probably be there next year. So,
right.
Yeah, give me Syracuse in this one in a close, boring game.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take Syracuse close with a field goal. Chris?
Alex Golesh took over a team that was 1-11 last year and lost their best player to the transfer portal and went to Auburn. What he's done with that South Florida team, in my opinion, doing more with less.
Yeah.
Should have gotten him some love for Coach of the Year.
Hmm.
And I think this extra bowl practice is nothing but a positive for them. And I see Alex Golesh lighting that offense up. I'm not sure it's going to be a close game. I think South Florida blows them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Next game. We got
All
one
right.
more, right?
Yep. It's going to be UTSA and Marshall. You got Frank Harris playing in his final collegiate game, possibly the final game of his entire football career, so I expect him to ball out hard in this game. Marshall's a team that definitely underperformed from their preseason hype, and I got to lean UTSA in this one, and I think UTSA, I think they beat them by maybe like 10 points. I think it's not going to be a big blowout, but I think Frank Harris is going to play hard.
Yeah, I ready for the wrath of Vandy Chris with that Vandy QB in LSU next year. Dominic says hammer UTSA. Marshall is down and out with lots of players missing.
Yep.
So this whole thing about A.J. Swan going to LSU,
Yeah.
the LSU football team is going to get about as much out of A.J. Swan as the LSU baseball team got out of a certain pitcher that went down last year.
So he's going to be a cheerleader. Okay.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Put the little on A.J. You're going to be cheering from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Hey, you better be nice because it looks like we're probably going to get A.J. Swan on our show here soon. So he's going to come home and be like, first thing I say is, this guy, Vandy Chris, is your biggest fan.
Oh, yeah.
Biggest supporter. The man loves you.
Yep. He'll just be like,
Chris, that would be the one show where I would be okay with you lighting into somebody. I would 100% be like, you know what? If this ruins our reputation with people, screw it.
I'll ask him a hard question. What was going on that your offensive linemen didn't like you and they wouldn't help you up when you got sacked against Kentucky?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have UTSA winning that one. All right. So real quick, we got to get out of here. Final thoughts, gentlemen. Chris, you go first.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, I'm driving down to Florida.
Uh-huh.
I may have a special guest on here Friday night.
Okay.
As my daughter is a massive LSU fan. And I'll be going live from her house, and I'm going to see what I can do about getting my daughter on here. So even if it's just for a few minutes to say hi, you know.
Yeah, right. Cody, final thoughts?
Yeah, so some breaking news real quick. As many of saw today, Jaden Daniels officially said he will not be playing in the bowl game, expected, and hey, deserves it. That being said, it has been announced that Jaden will be at the bowl game. Even though he won't be playing, he wants to support his teammates. Let me tell you something. That is what I respect. At least show up to the game to support your teammates. And so, even more love for the guy.
How about you go old school and you finish what you started and you play your bowl game just like old people did when they were in college?
Yeah, I know.
This new age bull crap.
Too much money on the line.
Bowls, I know, but it's
trash.
It's just, somebody started it, and then that's what it went to. But
trash.
It started.
All right, so so I should announce this earlier when we had everybody on, but we'll have people watching later. Spread the news. Christmas Eve, 8 a.m. The Golden Boot Podcast will be live. We normally go Monday. We are not doing Christmas service. We have way too much going on with our families. 8 a.m. before I go to church that day.
Is it 8 a.m. Central Time?
8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. We will go live right here. Golden Boot Podcast. It has been approved. It's ready to roll. So we will have a great show, and just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Be on the lookout. Emory Jones will be joining us sometime. He's been very busy getting ready for his bowl game. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It has been absolutely off the wall crazy. Without you guys, we would not have a Golden Boot. We would not have a show. We would not have you guys in here giving us things to talk about. Just be three dudes talking amongst ourselves on a FaceTime chat. So, yeah, and Cody said if we hit 2,000 views, we will have a special giveaway on our Christmas Eve show. So get this thing shared. Get it out to as many people as possible. Let's hit 2,000 views as quickly as possible, and we will enter in your name into the giveaway and pick a random viewer to jump in. So we appreciate you guys very much. Hey, Friday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, the Golden Boot Podcast will be live again. Join us again during that time, and we will see you guys next time. Till then, we appreciate you guys. Stay golden. We will see you next time. Merry Christmas, everybody.